Hello everybody, thanks for joining again today, checking stuff out. Hope you're doing good. It's a nice day up here in Montana, and I'm going to go through and show you my palette real quick. I just got a white canvas here. I put some white medium on it, so hopefully it blends. It'll start to dry, and made a little cabin. I think that might be easier and make it quicker for the painting, but I've got titanium white, right here, some alizarin crimson, phthalo blue, cobalt blue. I don't know if I'll use that or not. I thought it was violet at first, but just a yellow medium, nice bright yellow, orange, yellow ochre, raw umber, and some burnt sienna. So let's get started. I'm going to move the camera. Hope everybody's doing good today. And thanks again for checking in. I had to redo it because I had a different angle on the camera. There, I think that'll be good, huh? You'll be able to see that. And I'm going to lock it in right there. And hopefully we get a good painting today. So I'm going to start out with some yellow. I'm going to try to get some sun rays coming in. So we're going to start up in the corner here. Okay, this will be different, something different we can do. Okay, I'm going to do the yellow there. Maybe even a little bit more. Okay, like that. And then a little orange. Got a little orange right here. Ooh, that is bright. Ooh, I like that. Okay. And I'm just kind of trying to exit in there. And from there, we can take a little of this yellow ochre. I don't know. Hopefully this turns out good. We're just going to kind of race through here and show you how. See, with that medium on there, it makes it really easy. And then when it comes into blend, this should be kind of a soft painting. It should look good. Let's get some of this in here. And we blend it out, it should look pretty nice. Yeah, that crimson looks good. And a little further, a little more. Then we can always come back in and put some more in there. A little more out here. You can see. I'll blend this in with another brush too, but it doesn't look too awful bad, does it? Bring that down a little bit more maybe. And then we'll get some blue. Get some phthalo blue right here. That looks all right. I don't think I want to touch into that cobalt, so, and just kind of, I could be using something a little bigger here, but try to keep it away from that. Yeah. And as you get to the horizon, say it's down here, you want it to be lighter. So we can lighten this stuff up though. This isn't too hard to do. If anything, we've got a pretty interesting painting. We'll see how it turns out. I'm going to come back in with this brush that I used to grab. This is the one I put it's just a 1-inch brush I ordered, I think, on Amazon. And just come in and blend from there out, okay? And then we can come back in and just right here. But once you come out of there, you don't want to go back into that yellow. Because you can contaminate. See? And just kind of, this is with oils, it's pretty easy. You can't really go into here and build those together. And that blue and that crimson will give you a lavender color, kind of. Just kind of work your way. And down here, you can just kind of get rid of excess. We'll probably have some land there. I don't know if we're going to put any water in here. Maybe just have a little hill there. Okay, there. Now what I'm going to do is wipe that off some more. I'm just using a brush like this. And you can hammer it on something too. Yeah, it's pretty clean. I don't think we'll have a problem coming back up here and coming back in again and doing the same thing. Really soften it up. Okay, I'm just kind of going X's back and forth or crisscross like this. Very easy. And it's going to really get soft and it's going to look kind of cool. Because that's oils. I have trouble doing this with acrylics. Some people can do it, and then you get down here, and people are pretty amazing with acrylics. There, look at that. So there is our pretty good little start. I'm gonna wipe that off. I'm gonna grab another brush. I think I might use this one. I'm just gonna give it some more, a little more cleaning. How's everything looking there? Good? Yeah, that's a pretty good close-up. We're locked in, so knock that brush a little bit. And I'm gonna try and take a little bit of white. Okay, just a little bit on the brush. See what I'm doing there? Just kind of, not too much. Tap it in there, whatever. It just needs to be on the brush. I'm gonna start right up here in the corner. Grab a little bit more. There we go. I'm just gonna kind of come right in here. And, okay, I'm gonna hold this so it doesn't get, I'm gonna work my way out, and it's gonna make it lighter. And just that little bit of white on the brush. Even with the white underneath, it lightens it, and this lightens it even more. There. That don't look too bad. You know, down below here. Now watch out blue doesn't get too close to that yellow, because that'll give you a nice little green sky, and I don't think I want any green sky in this one. Okay, I'm going to take this brush and grab some more of that blue. Okay, I'm going to come over here, and we're farthest away. I want to darken this area a little bit. Okay, that'll give us a little more, you know, and even down here it can be lighter, but yeah, see, just a little farther away. You know, just darken that up a little bit. Just like that. And then we can come back in with this brush. Keep in mind, I've only used, I'm going to pull some stuff off of there. I usually wash my brushes out in the garage because I don't like the smell in here. Even with odorless thinner, I don't usually do that in the house. Sometimes I will. I have paint thinner here I'll use. And then lightly blend this, because you want to kind of get rid of where it meets. And that just kind of makes it even look a little bit, draws your eye in more, little darker edges. Right here I want to kind of go back and forth. And there. That looks not too bad there. A little farther away, and then down below we could probably, whatever we want to do. I think we're going to just have some land down there, so we could come back in and grab a little down here. We could do this. Grab that brush, or get another one, or take like any brush, maybe. Let's get a little fan brush. And maybe we want a little more alizarin right here. See? We can come back in and blend it, just kind of come through. You know, I don't know. Because we're going to lose the sky here, so there. And that might give us a little more. Fan brush gives you pretty good control, don't it? I'll grab this one again and just take the tip. Come in there. That crimson's not going to hurt your, that is not going to hurt your, it's not going to give you any green if it hits the orange and stuff. So then we'll come back in here, maybe just lightly blend that a little more. But there, that looks pretty good, I think, doesn't it? Okay, now I want to come back in with my finger. I'm going to come in here and go like this. Maybe put a little more white there, okay? Pretend that's where the sun is. Okay. Maybe that's it right there, half a sun coming down. That looks pretty good. And then once again, now you're going to need a clean brush here. A very clean brush, because I don't want that to get, any kind of contaminated with any other color. So same thing. Just kind of blend it. Okay, just a little bit. Blend it out. There. Kind of gives you a little even brighter spot there that we can use. And we'll put some sun rays in, I think, in this one. And maybe some clouds too, if you want to do. I can do a few little clouds, and I think what we'll do there, so we're going to take some of this blue, some of that lavender, grab some white right here, a little more white, throw some little clouds up in here. More white. Just kind of come in here and maybe we got just a little something coming in here. Okay. A little darker over here. Just a cloud floating around up there, maybe one here. You know, just some things happening to give it a little more, kind of gives it a little more, just moving and having some fun on the bottom here. Maybe that one comes down. A little something here. Not much. You can get that. We can take this brush that we used and grab a little and just kind of do some little pull things maybe down here. Don't know. It doesn't matter, you know. Pull those out a little. Maybe rock the bottom here. Just something easy that makes for, you know, some clouds in there. I think those look pretty good. Then you can grab this brush we already used, and all we're going to do is just kind of come over the top of them and just kind of soften them, and that's it. Just give them a little, sets them back in there. We might be able to put some other things. That kind of makes it stand out a little more, doesn't it? Okay. Then I'm going to take, and I'm going to grab maybe this, just a little flat brush. Where's that one? There was another one I saw here I was going to use, but I think I'll just use this. And I'm going to come in. I'm going to grab some of this color. You really don't need it. You could get a little white on there, not much, and just pull. You get, your sun rays need to come straight out. Pull. Okay. Just kind of make them straight, not wiggly. Some can be bigger than others, like that one. Okay. Got a little crooked, that's okay. And then just kind of bring them out. So you got some rays there. Brush might get a little dirty, that's okay. We're gonna come in and maybe a little there. This one just goes just like that. So you got some nice rays. And in here, you want to just kind of come out. There. Come sideways, this way, over there. Just pull them lightly, okay? So there's some sun rays. And they can go farther if you want. Maybe that one's got some, watch this. There, just nice and straight. They're hard to get straight, aren't they? But that one got a little bit underneath there. Pulled some blue in, but we'll fix it. Not a big deal. There. So those are our sun rays. And you can use a fan brush for those. Sometimes they might be a little easier. They're a little crooked, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to go back in and grab this brush that we use up here. And then I'm going to try something here. I'm just going to come in and go. Pull out that way. See? This is a very soft brush, so we're just pulling. Very soft. There, you got some sun rays. They might not be that straight, but they still have, you know, they still look good. They'll be fine. And then I'm gonna take my finger, go back up here, put a little more white in there. Maybe a touch of yellow too, not much. There, get some more white in there. And we can, just like that. Then I'll wipe my hand off. Grab this guy again and come back in and blend that out again. See, soft, pull. You can pull it that way. See, that kind of gives a little light rays and stuff coming out of there. And I think that looks fine, even though we got some that are a little crooked. We won't worry about it. Fan brush works good too. And I could have used a fan brush, or I could have used a ruler. You know, you can put a ruler and just go on the side of it. But we know what they are, and we're gonna we'll stick with what we got there. Okay, so you got your clouds in there. Another thing you could do, if you wanted, is take a little bit on these clouds. You could take a little bit of little bit of white, that white, maybe a little yellow in there. And you could come underneath here and go like this. Get a little highlight on some of these. Something giving them a little, you know, just some little actions under there. They're far away, but you could have like that sun might be catching right there. Bottom, something like that. It kind of looks good. Okay, all right, so there we go. We got that. We can come back down here to our, down here. Take some white maybe and just kind of blend. We're gonna have to have our land is gonna come down here somehow, I don't know. And then I might even take this brush here, don't need that, and blend this a little better up here. Watch this. Okay. Right in here, see that? There, that looks all right, kind of dope. In case that stand out a little more. They could be lightning bolts too, who knows? Okay, so we got that. Now, I'm gonna come in and grab, I think I'm gonna use this fan brush. And I'm gonna grab some color here. So I wanna get some brown. I'm gonna mix some brown on there. I get some crimson and brown. Some blue. There. Maybe see what kind of color that, ooh, that ain't bad. Blue, more brown, more crimson. A little more brown to dull it. And we're just gonna kind of come in here and make a little, let's see, just a little land in the way. Maybe that's just a distant little, you're gonna get some good contrast here, okay? Over here, same thing. I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out where I'm gonna go with this. You got that, little cabin. It's just like maybe a distant field. We can lighten that up. We're just putting a base color in, right? This kind of looks good with the sun coming in, or we can lighten it up. This is like a bluish, kind of got a bluish hue to it. A little more that crimson in there looks good. I'm gonna put a little more in. We can always put some white in here, which we'll probably end up doing at some point. Okay, and this is just a base color we're using, right? This is wet down here too. I just didn't put as much because we're not blending, so I have to work a little harder down here. Little cabin. You could get some other brown in there too, but, and remember, brown's a duller, so. There. No idea where we're going with this. Probably have some trees. And maybe we'll do something different. They put a big tree in the foreground and use the sponge, you know. But that kind of gives it a little, looks kind of cool. Another thing we can do is just make a little, gosh, maybe there's a little hill back there in the distance. I'm gonna have to get a different brush. But maybe, grab that same color and just kind of make a little hill. And we can make it lighter. Maybe it comes up like that. Back there. We don't know. Let's get that base of that cabin. A little hill there. Maybe it comes back up again there. There you go. A couple. And those will be, grab a little this, lighten them up a little because they're distant. We can come back and fix that. Just a couple little rolling hills in the distance there. Okay. That could be kind of maybe a little higher. Bring it down. There we go. That needs to go straight. Forward, forward. Okay. So that looks good. We have some good contrast with the light. I like this contrast here. It's really kind of fun when you're doing paintings and stuff. So let's come back in, and I kind of like that brush I'm using. I might be able to use that here. I've got some smaller ones, and I should be on the wall here on that, but I'm not. So I'm going to move this aside and find one of my little, I mean, you could use quite a bit of whatever on this. I got this one here, and I got some better ones. I just don't know where they're at. But all I'm going to do is come in with some brown, and I might throw a little crimson in there. Okay, some brown. I'm gonna come in here and start working on this guy. Pull down, come there, kind of pull down. This one's gonna have like a, okay, kind of a, I'm gonna have the roof I was kind of hoping would be kind of crooked, but, and I'll keep, so the light's gonna be from this side, so this side's gonna be darker, right? But we're gonna fix that. Just come in and put the brown in. I could use a knife here too. I think I can go faster with this one here today. So forgive me. And then we can make the cabin there. There. And we'll split up. I might make him a little, he might come down a little more, like right there. That looks good, huh? And we can cover his feet up too when we want, but that's gonna come there. There, so there's our cabin. And we're gonna have the light side and the dark side. So what we're gonna do is take some white, some of that, some white in there, come over here and find out where we want it to be. So we're gonna pull here, lighten that up, and we can come back in and do some more of that too. I'm just grabbing a little white and some burnt sienna is a good color. So see, that kind of gives you your cabin the way you want it to look. And then up top, I think we could probably do it differently. I think I'm gonna go with some of this, just some. I'll start out with just some right here. Okay, I'm gonna bring it down a little. I kind of want it to be an old cabin with the roof's kind of going. Okay, see? Maybe this one comes in, this comes in. Just make him look like he's kind of wants to fall apart. And I was thinking I might bring in some red on here, some there, and bring this down right to there. That looks all right. I might bring in some a little bit of brown in there too. Some actual red will look good in there. There. There, and that's kind of a thick little roof there, but we can change that if we need to. We don't really, it doesn't matter. So there's kind of a good start with our cabin. And I think that's doesn't look too bad. All right, coming forward now, I'm gonna put some color in here. I wanna work on the cabin some more, so I'm gonna try and find some other brushes that might help me do that. Let's see. This might work, this little angle brush. Help me get some more color in there, some more blue. There, come back up here and fix these edges a little bit, maybe. See that? Go up a little. Come over here. There. And that's going to be lighter, remember? A little yellow ochre on there. There we go. Okay, and then up top here, you're going to have some dark, because you're going to have some shadows there. And I think what we can do is take this same brush right there and pull over here like this. See? It gives a little dark under there, because you're going to have a shadow under there. I like that. I like that. We can come back in, maybe get a little orange color in there with that sun. Pull that down. I'm getting a lot of paint on here now, right? The thing we want to make sure we do is make sure you know the difference between the front, where the light's hitting, and the side, where it's going to be darker. So we can come back in with some brown over here. This is a good little brush. Darken it up. Where that burnt umber. See? Colored in all the way down, so it gives you the nice, you can see where the sun's hitting and where the shade is. Okay, and that's kind of what we want. Over here, I'm going to take some yellow on this and maybe, mix that in. Yellow, a little yellow ochre and yellow. Come over here and maybe get some highlights on this roof. It's very, it'd be tough because there's a lot of paint there, but we're just going to come over here. That little highlight there. Give a little highlight right there. And maybe do the same here, just so we know where the edge is, right? A little bit there. Put some white in there too. Just kind of do that. Get a little highlight there. It's a pretty thick roof, isn't it? That's okay. That'll look fine. And then it's going to be a little darker over here. We could come in and add some, put a little black on my, so I can make it darken a little more. There. Grab some black here. Yeah, so this is fun. Then when you use a palette knife can be good too. I'm just going to try this. It's going to darken it. Make it, oh yeah, a little darker back there. There. And I think that'll be fine. Okay, very good, very good. Get that black again. Make a little door on here. It's going to be a little tough, just a little. Just go side to side, that'll be fine. Okay. Make it a little bigger. There. There, so you got a little door there. Looking in there. Maybe come this way, make it a little wider. There. That's getting too big on me, isn't it? There, that looks pretty good. So you got that. And that don't look too bad. Then you can come back in and we can put in here, you can take that crimson, some black, some brown. You can come in here and make some little indications to make it look old. See, pull down. Just use this is a good brush if you want detail. I'm not really too much into that, but I don't use it a lot, but it'll give you some. There, so you got that. And then one thing I want to do here is where these kind of come together. I want to light, get some white on there, make a nice little edge here. So, there. There, so you got a little edge there. And it kind of separates that dark even more, and then we can come back in. And I'm just getting some white on here, and you can come back in and go around the door. So it'll give a little, you can tap that on. There's a lot of, the paint's thick, so let's go tap. And up top, same thing. Just find it, you know, paint will come off when it wants. There, a little more on there up top. You could even pull over a little like that, okay? I like that. I think that looks pretty good for a good little cabin. I think that'll work. Okay, we'll leave that. Let's come forward and see what we're gonna do. We've got some stuff here we can do. I'm gonna come in and I wanna get some, let's see, let's take some yellow. And we got blue on there, so that might make a green. Let's see, look how dirty that brush is. And we're just gonna come in here and come forward. Remember the distance there? I'll leave that out. Maybe it comes right up to here. It's gonna be darker in the shadows. We'll come back and work on that. We're just making some green, some light. There's your yellow ochre in there too, maybe. Okay, and that's mixing with the blue. It's giving us a little soft, I don't know, perfect. Put that right there. And come right up to that cabin. And we'll probably put a trail in or something here. And just go back and forth. Maybe you want it to kind of be on a little hill. So we're going to kind of maybe give it a little, maybe it sits up on a little hill. So we'll kind of go like this. Just this color, we're just putting that in. Okay, maybe over here it goes that way. But we still want to keep these angles in here, okay? There's a little hill in front of it. And you're just tapping. We can put some more highlights on this side. And, or some, we can get some sap green and put a little blue in it for the shadows. Now as you get closer, see, it's easy, you get a little more. Over this side, I want to have a little more yellow because that's where the sun is. And there's going to be little, okay, go over here, grab some more. Same thing, just tap. We can darken this, just the more you tap, it'll just go away. There. too bad, huh? It's kind of interesting. That looks all right. I wasn't sure. You know, and a lot of these I'll look at a painting or a picture, and this one my goal for this one was to, and back here I kind of like that there. I think I'm gonna leave that light and white at the base, and I'm gonna grab another brush like this and just kind of come in and get that under there. See? That just gives you a little blue to this horizon. There's some clouds in there. You can bring that up a little, give us some things happening. Look at that. You can just do, look at it. Because you know, get a little more right there. You know it's nice and the horizon's going to be lighter, right? Like there. I can even grab a little tiny bit of white in there. Come back in and see, move it up. Move it up a little more. See, so it kind of, you know, stuff gets closer to the horizon. Get that red in there if you can avoid it. Okay, that's good enough. Looks like there might be some clouds or stuff back there, you know, and stuff there. So, and again, I want to do some, maybe, give me some black. I'm going to do a couple of windows over here. And maybe those, watch this, get a little blue and white. A little blue and white, maybe they're, so you can see them a little better, huh? And that dark, just pull down. See, we're just getting some color there, so yeah, maybe there's something open there, and you know, you can, looks good. And maybe even in the front here, we could do a little bit of that. Not a lot. Maybe it's open in there a little bit. There's no door on it. We'll just go halfway down. So it looks like maybe you can see through there. Yeah, that ain't bad. And then we'll do give me some brown and black, and do a little chimney up here. Put him right there. Pull down. Yeah, a little chimney. And that'll be nice if you need it in the winter. If this is Montana, they're definitely going to need it in the winter. So simple painting here. One thing I would suggest, I just had a little drink there. One thing I think I would suggest, and I just, you know, with this is, let's get some brown. I'm going to do a little path. I would suggest is, let's see, where's he going to come? This way? What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. I'll make that come out a little bit. So maybe it's a road. I think, yeah, that's what we'll do. And it'll go this way. There. Kind of goes out that way. You can get a little black in there too. Stand up. And that just disappears, you know. That way, some more brown. I don't usually use these brushes, but today, these little ones, today, it's working. Yeah, maybe it goes that way and kind of comes towards you in there. I like that. You can also grab this brush here I had, that dark one, maybe get a little more in there. I might have, oh there, see? That's kind of what I was hoping for. There, and you got a little bit there. Kind of your path goes this way, maybe it comes out, kind of works its way that way, okay? Now we're gonna want it to stick out, so I'm gonna take that same little brush I was using. I'm gonna grab some white. So just some white. This color here, I don't know what this is, but I think it'll be fine. And you come in here and just pull. Just go back and forth. Don't kill all the dark though, okay? Some white in there. And just get back and forth. Maybe a little whiter. I can stand out a little more. Back and forth. Bring it down. This would be a good one for the knife too. We haven't used that today. But you just want to, you know, just have fun. This shows you how fun painting is and how easy it can be. Whether or not, I think this one's actually not, you know, for as the time to spend it on it. So I'm not getting there. See? And you got your little path coming out there, and probably make that even a little bit wider. if we need to. You know, but what we just want the color. The color is what I want to do. So I'm going to get some more yellow. Maybe we'll put in a little fence post or something. Some more yellow, okay? And you got your shadows over there. I'm gonna grab another fan brush. Where is it? Who's this guy? He's kind of got some. That one. Where's one of my new ones at? This one here might be good. Give me that one. I can't find what I'm really looking for. So we're gonna come back in. I got some more yellow over here. I'm gonna take a little blue on this one. I should just use the other one, okay? Come over here and darken this shadow color, right? Just give it a little dark over here. See, because that's in shadow. You can mix that with the green too, the yellow and the blue, maybe a little cobalt. Just kind of tap that in over here, a little darker, right? See over there? So that kind of lets you know where the shadows are. And I'll wipe that off again. It's not a bad brush. I should just use this green one I was using. I'm just going to wipe it off really good. That one was a little big. Wasn't really. Okay, so we're going to make some more highlights. So let's come in here, take that yellow. Look at that. That's going to be fun. We could get a little orange in there. Why not? Okay. I'm just tapping it on the bristles. And we want to know where the light's coming from, right? There, we're going to do a separator here. See? Kind of gives us a little indication of that. Barely touching. Make it look cool. This is, don't overdo. Don't kill all the darks. That light's going to come down here, up into that path. See? Makes it look like grass out there. That tricks the eye. Come over here. And as it gets into there, push it into there. You want it to set that path down, right? Put that there. Same thing. Maybe a little more orange in there. When you get into here, you can smash it a little more. So you want that to kind of get a little bit there. A little more there. See? That ain't bad. Nice sky. Cabin got a little thick, but who cares? Okay. They're easier if they're larger. Maybe some of that sun's coming over here. Right there. See? Blasting over on that little knoll maybe, we figured. Kind of pushing in, get a little more orange. Different colors. That orange in there might be nice. Ooh, yeah, see? Maybe it's not a lot. A little bit up there, you know. You know, you got the shadows over there, so down here we can see. And then the bottoms you can make a little longer, like these are closer. I'm just tapping the paint on the bristles. Pull down a little, make a little more, because it's closer, you want a little more detail. Can't believe I haven't stepped on my camera today. Down here. Hey, pull down, whatever. So that kind of makes them a little closer and a little more detail. Farther away, a little softer. Another thing you can do, this is very simple. Take that brush and you can come back with these distant ones to push them back farther. You got the color in there, right? Just touch them. Just touch them like this. Maybe you don't want it that far. Just kind of come in and or tap like this. Just soft. You're not going to move much paint, but that kind of flattens that distance out a little bit. And that looks cool right there. I just noticed that when I was looking at it. But let's go right here. And then just right here, a little light. Right here. You can see that's a little hill there going back. Okay? Kind of gives you that indication. And you can take and go a little farther. See? And then it kind of goes back there. Maybe there's a little sun hitting there. You can put some of this in there, but not much, okay? Because you know there's a shadow there where the house is. and that gives you that. That looks good. 40 minutes. I'm gonna have a little sip of coffee. Yes. Let's try and throw in some fence posts. Okay. I always like a little fence post. I mean, we probably could put a little barn in there too. We wanted to, but it doesn't matter. I see something I want to do though. I want to give a little more brown right here in that color. I'll pull this down a little further. Okay, there. And I'll just leave it like that. I can get some orange. Maybe a little orange down there at the bottom. See? Blend in there, good. There, is that light enough? Oh yeah. And you come back in, I think a little white, I don't know. Just put some little color in there. Kind of lost my thing. I'm gonna get some black. Come back in and put some little things in there, right? There, some little lines in there, make it look like an old little cabin there, sitting there. And on this here, we can come in and maybe do some little things up here. Darken this up a little bit here and there. There, put some little, looks like shingles. I'm just gonna go back and forth and, you know, pull in some little things that might give it a little shingle look. See, push that way. Roughens it up a little bit, huh? Come up here, that little line there, and we want it a little lighter right here. So it stands out, right? I might have to get out the old, boom, there. There, that's what I wanted. I thought I was gonna have to get out the old, but there. Making that any bigger, I'm gonna mess it up. There, not bad. I think what I can do though, is take some more black, pull this up a little higher. Watch this. Nice big eave there coming in. Maybe that sticks up a little higher. So what that does, it just gives you, it makes it look a little better. Makes it look like, you know, that's pulling in there. And you can always take some of this color we use, some orange, whatever, that brown, some orange. Just, you come back in here and go like this. See? A little darker at the top, right? And I think I want to get a little more white in here too. You can come in and lighten that up a little more. There, see? Right there. Get some color in there, some orange, some of that yolk. There. I like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, next thing. I almost want to get some more of this sienna in there. There. There, that's what I'm looking for. Kind of got our, then I want to put some black lines in there. Just some little things happening here and there. There. Okay, how's that look? Good? This brush doesn't do a lot of, it can be kind of difficult because it can't get stuff in there. So I want to get a little bit of, I want a little orange on this side where that sun is. Watch this. Watch this. We're just going to kind of touch, let it bounce maybe. Highlight that a little bit. See, a little bit here, a little bit right over here. Ooh, it's all right. I like that orange in there. Kind of highlights that sun hitting it. Gives a little glow. You could use yellow too. This is an opaque orange though. It doesn't, yeah, this is a good brush. There. There, that looks good. I think I'll leave it like that. You can still see the lines in it and it kind of makes it look old. I can come back in, grab some black on this guy, and then just touch here and there a lot. This is a good one for the, if you want to, see? You can use this and you can really get some good lines in there. It'd be good to use the what am I trying to say? Blah, 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 blah. It's good to use the, you can use the knife on those too, and that will help out quite a bit, okay? All right, let's see here. I want to get this wrapped up. Okay, I want some highlight on that. See a little bit there. Come back here. There. And then a little bit up here. I'm trying not to get my hand in here. There. That looks good, I think. And you can also do a tiny little bit right here. Boom. Boom. Kind of gives a little edge there. And that don't look too bad, I don't think. Might get a little bit right there. That's a good size roof, but I think it'll look good. Okay, so, and I said we might do some fence posts, didn't I? So let's just grab some brown. And I'm going to use this brush, and we'll just come in here, and maybe we'll put one here, one here. Just make, this is a good brush. You know, maybe he's a little, one here, one here. You know, they're going to get a little bigger. This is probably the wrong brush to use. There. As you're getting closer, so you want them to be bigger. Right to there. You know, and maybe one here. I don't know. How's that look? Get a little one closer to the house too, maybe. Oh, that one looks good. That one looks good. Okay. And then we can come in on the side of them. Where's the light? Grab a little white, a little sienna. Just come on this side. See? Or just pure white, maybe. This brush ain't that great. There's one. A bit there. There. A bit there. Ooh, that's all right. Makes them stand out good. I have better brushes than these. Just chisel the edge. Just a little bit there. There. Okay. You can come back in and darken it too if you want. There. So you got the little fence posts getting highlighted. And then we'll take and grab that brush that we use for this one. Just get some dark on it. Some black and some brown maybe. Just come through here and do the same thing. Just go tap. There. Little fence posts there. You know what I'm going to do? It's time. Use this one. I'm going to get this guy out. Okay? Just take the knife. Take it there. And then just kind of get a little bit on there. Okay? Or just go like that. And we can come through and do this. Maybe let's try this out. Tap. 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 Whatever. Get it on the top or the bottom. Tap. Tap. Doesn't need to be perfect, right? That doesn't look too bad. I'm just cutting under the paint and then just tapping under there. Okay. There. Get a little on the edge. A bit there. A bit there. You know. And then down here might be a little bigger so you can actually go this way with it. Pull it off. Some black. You know. Maybe that goes away. Something like that. So you got a little fence there. Just on that side. We won't put one on the other side. And then you can come back in and maybe get a little highlight on there. Just a little white. Get a little white on the end and just tap some areas. You know, maybe some ochre. Some brown in there. I'm just mixing up some color here. Trying to get a little highlight. Touching on there. Here. Ooh, that looks good. We'll put that on. I just mixed some yellow or some burnt sienna with some, that kind of makes it look better, doesn't it? Little highlights hitting that. Oh yeah, that makes it look way better, that white. There, see? Get your fence post, maybe that one underneath, a little shadowy, you don't see as much. Put that there, and you get a nice little fence post sticking out, okay? I think we're gonna need a tree, a nice tree in here somewhere. Take some brown, okay, and we're gonna put an old tree in here. Maybe it'll come right from, where should we put it? Over here or here? Let's put it here. Just an old tree. And I'm not gonna be able to use that brush because I will not. Let's try this liner brush, this one again. And maybe it's gonna stick up here. There, put it right there. It's a nice tree and it'll come maybe right to there. And we're gonna have to get ourselves something. Maybe I'll just use this. I got a liner brush here. My little liner brush. Sorry, I'm not more organized today. Where'd it go? Where's that one? It's in here somewhere. I got my liner. Try to find it. Darn it. That one? I don't think that one's gonna work. There it is. No, this guy might not work good enough because he's. Okay, I'm gonna get some paint thinner on this. It's a liner brush, but then it's gonna stick together very well. I should have had my other one ready to go. Oh, there he is. There. Put some paint thinner. Yeah, and I'm gonna come in and just grab some brown on this liner brush. Get a little black, maybe some of that. Kind of have some paint on there. My goal is to get the bristles to stay together. Okay. Nice. Maybe a little ochre. And I'm just pulling it in a circle. Hopefully you can see that. And we're going to take and let's kind of make that tree. Maybe open this way. There. There. Easy. Trees are, if he falls apart, then you got to put them back together. Okay. And then we're going to have a little limb here. It comes out. Move it. Wiggle it. Okay. There's one over here. See? Trees are simple, and that just kind of stands out there. I think that looks good, and that's what I want to see. Let's see. Maybe there's a little something here. There. Maybe that comes up a little more. And up here, you can kind of, oh, there's lots you can do. Putting up, you know, it's hard now. I don't want to mess it up, but, you know, that can be a little, maybe a little one right there. Little guys everywhere. Something here. See? Whatever you think you can do. One there. See those come in and they kind of meet up. I think we want to make a little one coming out here. And come out from there. There's one that comes out here. Let's move it around. Oop. Looking there, and just maybe he comes out and comes over here and just make him, you know, just let things happen. There, maybe one comes out. This one comes up a little higher. You got some stuff over there. These trees start growing. Look out. See? There, that's a little bigger. You can make that a little bigger. There. That's all you need. There's an old straggly tree there, and that will make it look good. I'm going to try one more thing here. I liked this. So I'm going to come in and use some of this on the ground here. Oh, yeah. See? Just going to touch, make a little. I think that really looks good, doesn't it? Just give it out a little. This is the color I used on the fence post, but I think it adds a little. It looks kind of good on there, I think. Just trying to pull in. Let it take off what it wants, you know, and go back and forth. Maybe sometimes it's better to come, whatever works, go this way or that way, and a little bit in there. Adds a little color to the painting, gives it a little, and then up top, up here, towards the cabin, you just come in and grab it and do the same thing. There's not a lot of room up there, is there? Take that, put that on there, maybe a little bit there. And you can come in maybe and just kind of go. Not a lot of room there, is there? Just scrape that in like that. That looks all right. Come in here, maybe a little more. Down here below. Some right here. There. So there's your little path, and that kind of gives you a little. That's kind of cool looking. I'd like to put another tree in, but I don't think it's going to work today. I don't have time. And what I want to do is get some lighten this brush a little bit, get a little white on it, and come over here where the sun is and put some highlights on it. Yeah, see that? light there. Maybe a little bit here and there. It touches there. There, not much. Just kind of gives him a little bit of dimension, and he's just hiding back there. You know, and then we can put some leaves on him. Sure. Finish this out with some leaves, and maybe we'll just use this brush. See that? Watch this. I'm going to come in. Or I could use my liner brush too. Might be kind of difficult. We'll see. Let's see. Let's get some green. Some yellow. We'll just put a little yellow. See what this does. And just kind of come in here and just look at that. See? You don't. You can see how these bristles are opening up. Get some blue in there. See them bristles? A little line. Just kind of touch. Come up here. Push some greens in there. Because it seems like it's summer, so we don't want to. Let's get a little more pink there. And we can. I was thinking of trying to. This worked out pretty good. Got a little orange in there. And just kind of push them together like this, and then open them up. It's kind of nice if they stay closer, but you don't know where the leaves are on these. See? And just tap. They're all over, right? Just getting it on the end of this. This way it's not killing the tree too much. And I can get them closer like I did there. Yeah, you pull them out here a little bit. Because you're gonna, sometimes you're gonna lose those nice, you're gonna lose your branches in there, right? I'm gonna grab a little more yellow. I want some pure yellow, and we're gonna be done with this one, okay? Come in and grab some pure yellow on the tips, see? And kind of come in and do the same thing. Hopefully it comes off. And just kind of come in here and go over here. Hey, not much. You don't want to ruin the dark. There. So, I think that's it for today. And hope you guys like this one. And it kind of gives you a little idea of how to do sun rays and some brightness and some really soft colors. So, hope you have a wonderful day. And I appreciate you watching. One thing here. Hey, hold on. I see stuff, and then I gotta, okay, come in here. Now, another thing you can do on the tips of these, you can go like this. There. Get the tops of those. See? Gets them a little. It makes them look better. See? There. You can use a liner brush on some of these, but touch. Just barely touch. Then you got your little tops on them. That is, kind of gives them a little, looks a little better. Not too bright. Not too big. There. Kind of gives them a little more, little tops there. So, okay. All right. So we're done. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you again.